this week I am making a sequin poncho. Hey there, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name's Esterah. I make content on crocheting, knitting, sometimes sewing. I'm going to a concert this Friday, Flowrida Summerfest. Let's go. And I want something to wear to it. Last weekend, I went to Summerfest. It's a multi-weekend sort of thing here in Milwaukee, and I wore this sequin hip scarf, and I got so many compliments it made me want to crank out a poncho, a sequin poncho. This has been on my to-make list for a while. It's Monday now, so I'm going to try to do it in like 3 days. I think it's totally doable, but that's what we're going to be doing in this video. Let's just dive right in. Yarn for this project is going to be Lana Grossa Cosmo yarn. This is in the shade 20. It's a very cute sort of periwinkle bluey purple color, and I love it. I love the multicolored sequins too. Same yarn I used to make the top 3000 by Kiss Kiss Rhinestones, just in a different shade. I'm freehanding this. I've really been enjoying freehanding pieces lately. To do that, I'm using a 6mm crochet hook, and that's about it. I'm kind of basing it off of this mesh sweater I've made before, especially with the upper yoke shaping. To start this, I chained 90, and then I measured 2 inches into each side to mark the spot where I'm going to increase. That's kind of how you do raglan shaping. Let me show you what I have so far. I literally just started this like 10 minutes ago. I hope you guys can already see, like I do, how cute this is going to be. It's kind of twisted right now, but this is what I'm talking about when I say I chained 90, joined in the round, and then just did like a mesh row here. It's a chain 5, skip 3 mesh, and then a single crochet. And I'm just increasing where these stitch markers are for like the raglan shaping. But I kind of want to do just a simple V shape. So we're going to work this top to bottom. I want there to be like a point in the middle, and I just want some fun mesh sequins. So that's kind of what's going on here. If you want more of an in-depth explanation for this kind of raglan style mesh design, I'm going to link the tutorial that I used to make this, because it's really, really similar, just a different mesh stitch. But yeah, this should be a really fun vlog. There's a heat wave here this week, so I'm thinking I will take you guys down to the lakefront. Let's see how fast we can make a poncho. I'll see you at the gym. Happy heat wave! It is like 95 degrees. I need to take advantage of this, and I'm gonna go to the lakefront. It might still be kind of miserable because it is so hot, but this is all the progress I was able to make on the poncho in one day, which I think is pretty decent. I worked on it at the gym last night and a little bit this morning. Also while watching Love Island last night. Craziness over there. But it's coming along great, I think. I was worried that I did too many increases because there's like a lot of fabric here. But I think since it needs to go over my whole shoulder circumference, it'll be fine. I think what I'm going to do is continue working this with no more increases. I stopped increasing on this after the 6th round, and I think I'm gonna work it to like a little bit above my elbow and then start going down into the V, if that makes sense. I might cut it off a little bit earlier, maybe like here, and then I'll split for like a front and back panel and just do decreases to get the triangle to come to a point. But I think this color is so adorable, and I'm happy with how this mesh stitch is turning out. It always looks different when you start versus when you keep going, because like gravity, you know, brings this down and the stitch becomes a little bit more defined. I think this is adorable so far. Let's go to the beach and continue working on it. Hi guys, the beach was amazing. It actually wasn't too hot by the lakefront. There was such a nice breeze, and I had the best time crocheting. Then I met up with my cousins for coffee, and I worked on the poncho even more. I'm gonna show you what we have so far, and then I'm gonna relax and watch movie nights for Love Island. I'm gonna get popcorn and keep crocheting. What a perfect day. Okay, so I feel like I made a decent amount of progress while I was out today, and I do think that this is going to be a good stopping point for the arm length. I think I'm going to start like decreasing for the V here. Yeah, I think. So what I'm going to do is find where I did my increases. You can see them right here. I'm just going to put a stitch marker here, And when I get to this point, I'm going to decrease 1 here, go down, decrease here, go down, decrease, decrease, decrease until I get to 1 square that's left. I hope that works. This is the fun of freehanding. You never really know if something's gonna work out. It might be a complete waste of time. Maybe I'll do 1 more round. Okay, no, I'm not gonna do any more rounds. I'm going to just continue with the V like I was describing. Let's do it. Hi guys. Okay, we have good news and we have bad news. Good news is that this is not going to be too long. I was really worried that it was going to be like down to here. That's not really the look I was going for. Bad news. So what I was doing was I was like at the start of my decrease rows, I would chain 8 and then go into the second gap inside of the first to give it some extra length. And I think that that is just a bit too big. It's just looking, you can see it when it's like against my black shirt, but like here, for example, this is just looking not right. It's every other row because I started, you know, every other row, and it's not perfect. So unfortunately, I do think I'm gonna have to go back and frog the front panel and just like touch up these. I think I'll just try chaining 5 and see if that's like too long or too short. But yeah, this is just, I really don't like how that looks. I think it just looks kind of frumpy. So we are gonna go in and yeah, frog this whole front panel. It really didn't take that long though. Like I did this all last night, so I should be able to catch up pretty soon. But I think it's so cute. It really came together the second I, you know, got like a pointy end on there. But yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna work on this later tonight, not right now. And frogging the sequin yarn is worse than frogging mohair, so it's gonna take me a minute to get through all that. Yeah, I'm happy that like knowing that this length isn't gonna be too off. It is kind of slanted. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but yeah, you see what I mean. It's just these chains are just, and it's really something you don't notice until it's finished, because then you get the final look. I'll see you later tonight to work on this a bit more. Guys, it is Thursday and we are almost done with our poncho. This last bit took me like 20-30 minutes yesterday, so I'm thinking I'm gonna finish this pretty quickly tonight. I'm a lot happier with how this chain is working out. I did 6 chains instead of 8. Airbrush. I just think it looks a lot tighter and a lot neater, so I'm really happy with that. What I'm basically gonna do is reattach my yarn. We'll cut it first, reattach it, and then do the same thing on the back. I posted this on a TikTok, my progress so far, and people said I should add tassels, so I might do that. If I don't feel like doing it tonight though, I'm just gonna do it after the concert because I'm not gonna have a ton of time to in between like today and tomorrow. Basically the concert is in 24 hours, and if this poncho is done and I'm happy with it, I'm not adding tassels right now. Another thing people were saying on TikTok was that they would love to see a pattern for this. If you've watched this entire video and you understand, like based on my verbal instructions, how to make this, which I feel like were kind of clear, but I'm the one making it, so I have a bias. If you guys would like a video tutorial or a written pattern, let me know in the comments. Depending on how many comments there are about this, I might make one, but I feel like I explained it in the video, but I totally get that that might not be the case. It might not be very clear. And sometimes it's just nice to see things written out or like laid out all in one space. So definitely let me know in the comments if you're interested in a pattern. I guess that's it. I'm gonna be watching Love Island Movie Night Part 2 tonight. I had some fresh watermelon. Like I'm gonna be vibing. When did I start this? Monday? Yeah, it's Thursday. And I frogged it. Oh my god, that took so long. It took longer to frog my progress than it did to actually do it. So that should tell you something there. Okay, let's get some watermelon and tune in to the chaos that is Love Island right now. let's go to this concert. Okay, it's the next day. I finished these tassels last night. I'm really happy I added them. I think they look so cute. This is my concert fit. I'm gonna take you guys along with me and vlog a little bit because it's gonna be such a fun night. The tassels took me like 2 hours. I was probably going slower than I should have. I did my makeup kind of new for me today. I did my hair cute with these little guys, and these match the colors on here. I had so much fun getting ready. This is how I'm styling it, with this mini skirt and cowboy boots. I wish I had better shoes, but it is what it is. And then I have these little bracelets, which I think are kind of the fun, same iridescent shimmer sparkly vibe. Yeah, I'm running late, so I'm gonna go meet my cousin at her apartment, and I'll show you more of the poncho in action when we're there. See you there. I don't know if you could tell from those videos, but that concert was pretty wild. It honestly felt like I was back in college and I was just at an enormous frat party. But I had so much fun with my cousin and our friend Jaden. The poncho survived, it made it through. The one thing that you will notice if you work with this yarn, especially if you make a poncho with tassels, is that the sequins will shed a lot. Not from this part of the top, I don't think, but from the tassel portion, just because you have loose sequins hanging off there. So I've been cleaning up sequins for quite a while now. But I'm hoping that after like one wear, that kind of goes away. Just something to know, if that would really bother you, it will probably happen, especially if you do the tassels. This poncho performed really well. It was really comfortable, didn't snag on anything, it didn't make me feel like overheated or anything. It wore really well. The only thing really is those shedding sequins. Okay, a few stats. So I used 70 grams of yarn to make this. I'm looking down at my computer here. Measurement wise, someone asked for specific measurements, which I'm happy to give. These are all based on a flat lay, so I laid this down on my bed and I measured it. If I were to measure it while it was hanging off of my body, for example, the measurements would be bigger because this gets dragged down and I can move my arms. So this is measurements laid flat. The length from this to the very lowest tassel is 19 inches. The widest arm width, so from here to here, is 29 inches. This arm portion right here is 12 inches from my starting chain down to right here. 12 inches, and then my tassels are 3.5 inches. Thanks for tuning into this vlog, making a poncho with me. This was such a fun, short video to film and project to make. I have some more stuff planned for the rest of the month, and then some New York content planned for August. So I hope you'll stick around for that, and have a great rest of your day. Reminder to let me know in the comments if you do want a pattern, and if so, if you prefer a video or written or both. I'll see you soon with the next one. Bye!